Good morning. Glad to speak with you, Brooke. Glad to meet you. I think we met once before when I was doing the animals for Regis and Kathy Lee many moons ago.
Oh,
I think you were a
wow.
guest with me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Let me tell you, but before we even start, I'll tell you when I fell in love with you. I read an article just the other day, and it was a quote that you made. It said, "When my dog Pepper got sick," and I quote, "I have mom guilt." Right off the bat, I knew this was a person I would get along with because realistically, to people like you and people like me, our dogs and our cats, they're part of the family. I'll give you a brief example. Years ago, when I first started watching you, every dog in America was Duke, Duchess, and Queenie. Now it's Sam, Harry, and Saul. Sounds like a poker game on a Friday night. People are accepting their pets as part of the family. And that's why I'm so glad to talk to you about what you're involved with and what you're doing, because wellness is so important. We love our dogs. We love our cats. Anything we can possibly do to make them better. But before I get into that, with the crazy life and hectic life you've lived, have animals always been an important part of your life?
They've always been an important part, but for a very long time, it was just cats because the way my schedule was, I never had any consistency. And so I had at least the cats, if they had each other, I could have someone come and pet them and feed them and stuff, but it was different than with a dog. And so I really thought, oh, I can never have a dog. I can never have a dog. And then when I was in high school, my mom started fostering dogs. And that was great because we always found homes for them and I was more consistently in school. So that was like my first foray into dogs. And when I was in college, I had 4 cats. And then I went through a while where I didn't have a pet. And it took a real toll, I think, because there was something just that I knew I was missing. And when I met my husband, he said, let's get a dog. And it just changed everything because there was such unconditional love from these pets that, and in such a stark contrast to the world in which I habitated as a career, which is very judgmental and very fraught. And here was this sweet, sweet being that just was so pure. And so it really sort of changed my life. And that was Darla.
So many people, Brooke, that I've worked with over the years, been in situations like yours, entertainers, celebrities, models, whatever. And the one thing I found out is their relationship with their dog or their cats, whatever it may be, gives them the one opportunity they can have to be themselves. Don't have to worry if their hair is right, don't have to worry, look, the makeup. No, they don't care. They take you the way they are. And I believe that's why so many people, successful people like yourself and busy people like yourself, are really gravitated to have this passion for the animals they live with, because the one thing in their life that is totally non-demanding. Love me, hug me, kiss me, feed me, clean up my poop. We'll be friends for life.
Right. And like I was saying, I could go into another room for 2 minutes. When I come back, our dog now acts as if I have been gone forever. And she's just a big welcoming committee. I was like, I just went outside to put the garbage out. She's like, yeah, but you're back. You're back. You're back. She's back. She's back. She's back. It's
Yeah,
just
they,
so
they
funny.
totally take advantage of us. They really do. One of the things I'm excited, I've been doing this radio show for a couple of weeks, actually 45 years consistently. And one of the things I've learned is that when it comes to passion, taking that passion and making it really worthwhile is what life is all about, whatever that passion may be. There was a lot of years that, for example, I ate a lot of ramen because no one ever heard of an animal behaviorist when I first started many, many years ago. In fact, my parents said to me, maybe we should get him some help before he goes out and
No.
pursues this career. But the thing is that the relationship now between yourself and Prospect Pet, I was really intrigued by that because I looked at their website and I read about you, and having worked with so many companies over the years, I read between the lines. Working with animals, you have to read between the lines. And I saw that this is a company that shares with you that same passion to try to keep our animals as healthy as long as we possibly can. And with some of the items I saw, for example, hip items and other items, which I'm very familiar with, it's not just keeping them alive longer, it's giving them that quality on top of the quantity that good items like Prospect Pet and yourself are offering.
I think that's what impressed me the most about Prospect Pet was that I came to them in a vulnerable stage because Pepper had gotten sick. And so I started really asking a lot of questions. We met through friends, and it was very serendipitous. And they started talking to me about their product, about the farm in Maine, and about how they believe that animals deserved the same type of healthy, clean, conscious, which, they are clean and conscious, but the animals deserve to be treated the way we even treat our bodies. And it's something that, in a bizarre way, I had never really thought of. I was one of those people that gave my dog kibble and that was it. And if she liked it, she ate it. And that's what I was told was fine. And then sometimes there would be, oh, this is salmon and this is fish and whatever. And it never occurred to me that there was an ethically sourced version of that, or that it was wild Alaskan salmon, not just salmon. And we think about that stuff for our own bodies, but they don't want any common allergens or toxins or any additives in their food for their pets. And I would start listening to them and learning more about the products and about the importance of hip and joint mobility. And I thought about it for myself, having danced for so many years and having problems with my hips and knees. And I never translated that to my dog. And then it wasn't until Pepper got sick that I thought, wow, I've been a bad mom. Like I should have taken this more seriously. I treat my other baby, my human babies, I care about them and do all this. Like, why should she be excluded? And so it just got me really interested in the brand and the dog's skin health and coat health. And I'm so excited to learn about how dedicated they all are. And I just wanted to do anything I could to help get their message out. I'm the conduit to all of their hard work and good work and the product.
The other thing that interests me as a behaviorist, a lot of people assume, well, they'll take a look at Prospect Pet and the products are amazing. I'm pretty careful about who I talk to and what comes out of my mouth. And I looked at it from the wellness perspective, but as a behaviorist, with all the years behind me, a lot of people don't realize that behaving well and a good self-image and good self-esteem are related to how you feel. So very often I'm working with a dog that's depressed or anxious or suffering for whatever reason. It's a combination of making sure that they're physiologically healthy. And if they're physiologically healthy, then I can come in and say, okay, what's the problem? What is daddy or mommy doing to you to make you crazy? So this is part of the intrigue that I felt with Prospect Pet and talking to you, is the concept of not only feeling good physiologically, but the mental awareness when a dog or a cat feels good, no different than we're feeling on top of our game. We act better, we feel better, we do more, we're more energetic. And I see with the items, whether it be the grooming items or the dental items, which I'm a big proponent of, the bottom line is that I'm glad to see a company and yourself hooked together to get the message out there to the general public, because quite honestly, they might not be aware of items like this.
And it's just a matter of educating them. I was talking to a mom the other day of kids, and she said, my children are only as happy as I am. As a mom, you usually think, oh, I'm only as happy as my saddest kid, right? But what I realized was what she was saying was really right. If I'm happy and I'm healthy and I'm taking care of myself, I am more fun to be around. I'm better with them. I'm more patient with them. I'm more fun. They love it. My dog is the same. If I am anxious or if something happens and I go, oh, like this, she instantly goes like, oh God, what? She comes over to me and she sits on near me or nudges me or something. And it's like, she's taking on my energy. And if I'm anxious or if there's angst between the kids, then they get concerned and they take it on. I had a dog, Darla, who I lost a baby, and it was such a horrible experience. And while it was happening, she wouldn't leave the foot of my bed. She'd stay at the foot of my bed. She crawled up like an army crawl, would lick my face and then crawl back. She did this for 14 hours straight. I mean, she did not leave me. When I had my first daughter, she stopped sleeping in my room the day the baby was brought home, and she slept right in front of her door.
Well, Brooke, they take on the personalities of the people they live with. So if I spent more time with your dog, I'd probably know more about you than you'd probably want me to ever know. But it's really true that they do mirror. In fact, I have a t-shirt that says, none of my friends walk upright, because I kind of believe that as well. I want you to keep me posted as you progress with this, because I'm excited about it. I've been around for a lot of years doing it, and I've worked with many different companies, and it takes a lot to get me excited lately. I get my pitches every day. And when I saw this and I saw your involvement, then I read a little bit about you, and the quote, the 4 words, I have mom guilt, made me your best friend. Thank you guys. Anytime I'm here, you know how to contact me. Brooke, you have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Appreciate it.